Welcome guys. Today we're going to be talking about selling Disney during COVID, specifically how you can make thousands of dollars booking Disney, yes, even in this COVID environment. 3 easy things that you need to do, so let's get right into it. First of all, if you're joining us and it's your first time watching the show, my name is Cyndi Williams. I'm your host. This is my show, Bliss to Abundance. I am known as the Wanderlust CEO because I help people grow, scale, and supersize their travel businesses to 6 figures and beyond. That's what I do every day. I love it. I own my own award-winning travel agency, and I started in the industry 25 years ago when I was 19 years old. You guys do the math. That's a lot of experience, a lot of things that I figured out not to do so I would figure out how to be most successful, and this is the platform that I share with you on. So today is going to be such a cool topic. I love Disney. I got married in Disney. I've sold thousands of Disney vacations. I've trained other people how to sell Disney. I could talk about Disney all day long, as you can probably tell from my office, my Magic Band collection, my ears. Yes, I'm going to tell you where the ears are from, but you have to wait until the end of the video, and I have 3 more pairs that I'm going to show you, and yes, I'll tell you where I got them, so stay tuned for that. But let's get started. Let's jump right in. And by the way, real quick, if you are listening to this on our podcast on iTunes or Spotify or iHeart and you want to see the ears, remember you can find us over on YouTube. You can find us streaming on the Raven International Network on Roku and Amazon Fire, and right here on Facebook, and always on YouTube. So YouTube is definitely the best place to subscribe to get all of our new content. Make sure you like and subscribe over there. So what is the first thing you need to know when we're talking about Disney and what you need to do to make thousands of dollars? You're probably asking yourself, especially if you're an experienced Disney agent like, Cyndi, we can't even make reservations right now. How am I gonna make thousands of dollars? I know, I'm gonna tell you, so get excited. But yes, Disney is closed for reservations. We had the big announcement last week where they said, you know, day one was kind of like, hey, we're reopening, here's the dates, July 11th, July 15th, we're opening in that phased opening kind of over that time period. And then the next day they came out and basically said, or later that day they said, we're closing all reservations, because what happened? Everybody's like flooding and trying to make the reservations. So Disney's really trying to take care of people who already had pre-existing vacations first. It doesn't mean they're really closed for the year. They're going to be reopening our ability to book in hopefully a few weeks. I've heard a month as far as like a worst case scenario, we're hoping. But in the next several weeks, we should be able to book again. And there's some really important things you should be doing between now and then in order to book thousands and thousands of dollars, right? And that is what today's live stream is about. So first and foremost, you know, Disney's was kind of like a hard call that they did, but I feel like it may have been the right call. They're doing things very cautiously. And also if you guys have been following me for a while, and ever since COVID started, I've been giving you what you need to do, how you need to maximize, what you should be doing during this time period. One of the things I said weeks and weeks and weeks ago was, you guys need to have interest lists and you need to be encouraging people to get their Disney deposits in, because look, there's going to be limited supply when they do reopen, and here we are, right? So those of you who put those measures in place, and even if you didn't, it's cool, I'm gonna tell you what you can do at this point, but for those of you who had deposits in and people had vacations on the books, those are like golden tickets now, right? You gave them such great advice, they have their vacation, they feel like they won the Disney lottery at this point, right? So, but even if you didn't do that, what can you do right now? The first thing that I want you guys thinking about, I want you to start looking at things through a business owner's eyes, through a travel advisor, through a travel agency owner's eyes, wherever you are in your journey. And think about the announcements that came out. And if you're very new or just thinking about getting into the travel industry, still watch this video because it's great content on how things are going to unfold and how you should be thinking about things always as a business owner. So a lot of people are going, oh my gosh, parades are canceled. Oh my gosh, fireworks are canceled. Oh my gosh, no character dining. Oh my gosh, no fast passes. Oh my gosh, you know, they're restricting capacity. So those can seem like really big negatives unless you look at it through a different lens. So as a business owner who has over 30,000 contacts, right, in my database, I look at it a little differently, because if I think about not having fast passes, and Chapek said, this, you know, the CEO last week, he said, do the math, guys, right? He said, do the math. Yeah, we're not gonna have fast passes, but like the capacities, we're gonna have much lower capacity, so people are gonna basically be able to get on rides a lot faster. So from my perspective, I'm thinking, okay, lines are gonna be, they're opening the fast pass lines to allow for social distancing. That's the right thing to do, the safe thing to do for people. They're pretty much, you know, he said most of the attractions are gonna be open, which means if there's only, you know, and they're not giving a percentage at Disney. Shanghai, they said 30%, which was mandated by their government there. They're saying they're gonna make sure they do the mathematical calculations for Disney to make sure that everybody in the park can have 6 feet apart, but they're also doing it in phases. So the first phase, we're expecting much lower attendance, and really people are getting priority like DVC, and if you have a reservation or if you're a pass holder. So, but we're expecting a lot less of attendance. So what I look at that from my perspective is, so I can go to Disney and just walk on rides? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what it's going to be like? Right? So that seems like a dream to someone who goes to Disney a lot, right? And maybe doesn't care so much about the fireworks and some of those other things. The lower capacity, from a business perspective, I think about the fact that again, it's a safe thing to do, not as many crowds in the park, you know, being able to, I mean, I can tell you because I've been going to Disney for over 25 years, right? Since I was in high school was my first trip to Disney. So I've been going to Disney for 30-ish years, and it used to be more of an easy process, right? And we've gotten into where there's so much attendance in the parks that they have, you know, we have fast pass systems now. When you go at the height of summer or height of holiday weeks, it's like you can't breathe. It's just crowds and crowds and crowds. So I feel like we're almost going back in time, and you can have that experience again where the park is a little more free flowing. The other thing about the capacity restrictions is, it's supply and demand, guys. The people that can get in and work with you and make reservations, it really is like getting a golden ticket. When they came out with the dates, me and like, we have a graduate group for people who go through our Careers on Vacation program, which is our training program to teach you how to scale and supersize. But we have a graduate community, and we have a lot of Disney-based agencies in there. And we were smart enough to go, let's make some reservations so we can get a spot and get back. So we were all celebrating when the dates came out because most of us already had bookings in place, me included. So I will be there in July, and I'm super excited about less crowds. I feel like I got that golden ticket. And for the clients that took our counsel and took our advice and just put a deposit down and had some things reserved from now to the end of the year, they are sitting pretty because they have reservations. No matter what happens, those reservations are being prioritized just as we predicted they would be, right? This is the value of working with a travel agent. So it's like the lower capacity I look at as having a golden ticket. When I think about like the parades, the fireworks, the character experiences, that's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of families, because if it's the one time they're going to Disney, they might postpone. But for people like my family, my kids are a little older now. I have a 14-year-old, I have a 10-year-old. They don't care so much about those things. And I can't tell you the last time we sat down to watch fireworks or a parade, because we're like, ride the rides and shop and do the stuff we like to do. So for some families, they don't value those as much as others. So while it might not be the time to be pushing to first-time families to Disney, it is an amazing time to be thinking about, you know, your audience and those other groups that, you know, maybe fireworks isn't a big deal, but being able to walk on rides, being able to have less people in the park, that can really be an awesome fit for a lot of people. So if someone, you know, this is what I think about too. If someone said to you, like, you know, last year in the middle of summer, hey, there's gonna be this special week where you can go to Disney and you can walk on rides, and there's not gonna be very many people there. You don't even have to make fast passes. You really don't have to have a regimented schedule. You can kind of just show up to the parks, do your thing, have fun, and enjoy your trip. There's gonna be virtually no crowds. You would think that they were dreaming, like what, that's like a wish, right? So that's how I'm looking at this. For some people, that is going to be a perfect fit, me included. I'm excited about that. So I want you to look at it through that lens and know that that will appeal to a lot of people, okay guys? So number two, what's the second thing you need to be thinking about now that we've kind of thought about, you know, where the advantages are for us and how we can most support the families that it will be a fit for? I want you to really get clear about your audience. Identify your audiences that this would be good for. So we talked about the ones going maybe the first time, but sometimes when they have those little ones, they don't want to run into crowds either. So don't exclude the audience altogether. But I also want you to think about repeat guests. I want you to think about empty nesters who might love Disney. I want you to think about people who don't have kids yet, right? We put those in our empty nester bucket in marketing. Either they don't have kids yet or the kids have grown up. There are plenty of people that would love to go to Disney, and also, you know, people who don't like crowds, don't like stress, don't like the regimented schedule. Anyone in your client list that fits those things, you should be starting to think about drafting your marketing message around that. So, you know, one of the things we do in our Cruise on Vacation Mastermind is we talk about bucketing clients. So as we're growing our lists and growing our database, if you're a grad of mine and you're watching this, I want to remind you this is the time to go back to your marketing machine, look how you segmented that data, because now you can throw out marketing to those appropriate places. This is where marketing wins every single time. This is why you never stop marketing. This is why marketing is so important. If you think marketing is important in the good times, it is extra important in the difficult times. This is what allows companies to win big during difficult circumstances, which obviously we're in this year. So for those of you who are clients and grads, I want you to go back to those buckets and how we train you and refresh, go back to our membership site, go through that module again, even if you're trying to reorganize data and kind of get it in a place. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can, you know, start with who's in your client base, right? If you have 10,000 people in your database right now, who are the appropriate people to send this to? And if it's all over the place, you might just have to send it to everybody. It won't be as effective, but it's better to throw some spaghetti at the wall and get you some bookings so you can make thousands of dollars, right? So that's okay. We're just going to go at it and sell. The next thing that I want you to think about is crafting your message, right? We talked about who this might appeal to. We talked about the pros and cons. We talked about who it might be a fit for. So how are you going to craft an effective marketing message that's going to reach the people that we're talking about, right? So, you know, things like highlighting those advantages, less crowds. You don't even have to bother with fast passes. You are still going to be able to make dining reservations, and my agency can help you with that when they're turned back on. Positioning yourself as an expert. Why do they need to work with you, right? The other thing is crafting messaging around you know, what you're going to do for them. I want you to highlight the fact that things are changing every day. Like literally last week, they're like, oh, the Spaceship Earth is closed for refurb. The next, like 2 days later, they're like, oh wait, it's back open again. Like there's 18,000 things changing on a daily basis in Disney. So it's really important that you guys position yourself as the person who knows, as the person that can help people, right? That's what's gonna attract people. Even if it's a DVC person, even if it's a pass holder, the landscape is so confusing right now. We're barely on top of it, right? So you need to make yourself the person that has the knowledge, the person that is positioned that can help you with all the moving parts. And by the way, even if they book a trip, it doesn't mean stuff's not gonna change. So booking a vacation right now is a lot of work for the average consumer. It's not just the upfront booking and then I show up. No, 10 things could change between now and when they travel. So if you highlight those pain points in your marketing messages, I promise you your marketing will be more effective. These are strategies and things, again, we train in COV at a much more extended level, but just start thinking about that. What are things I could highlight that would be advantageous of why people want to travel, and what are things that I can like have some pain points and twist so they're like, I have to work with this lady, right? I've got to work with this person or this guy, right? The other thing I want you to think about is to start to get your list going during this time. So the next few weeks, I've heard a lot of people go, oh, I'm just gonna kind of sit back and wait till it turns back on again. That's like the worst thing you can do, and I'll tell you why. This is the only down period you're going to get to prepare for helping people, right? So right now you should be crafting those messages. Right now you should be doing things to grow your list. Right now you should be doing the preparation work, so when the announcement comes out, instead of you going to chase business, which is what 90% of people do and why it's not effective, instead you're taking orders. Let that resonate. If you do the work now, while you have time, while you have energy, while things you feel like are stagnant, but you're putting effort towards getting all of these things I'm talking about, getting your marketing message, growing your list, doing these things, all the things I've been talking about since COVID started, you know, our clients in COV are making bookings every day because their marketing machine is on, right? And not Disney because it's closed right now, but before it was closed, we were making bookings a few weeks ago. Someone in the grad group, or not the grad group, my client group yesterday said, Cyndi, I made $37,000 in sales while I was in this program, right? I had another one in our other mastermind call yesterday that said, I've just hired a team of agents. We've already made 10 sales in the last couple weeks. So guys, people are booking right now. Now, the 10 sales wasn't Disney, obviously, because that's been shut down. But what I'm getting at is, if you have effective marketing in place, if you never stopped marketing, it's not really a downtime. It's a slower time, admittedly, but doesn't have to be a downtime. And if you want to be positioned effectively for when that announcement comes out a few weeks from now, taking orders is way easier than going, okay, now we have some stuff, everybody call. No, it's gonna go so fast, first of all, because when they do open it up, people already know now that it's shut down, which makes them want it more than ever. You have to already have that list, understand what your clients want, have their credit cards on file, be ready to book. Those conversations, appointments, consultations should be happening right now in your business every day. It's not when they open stuff again, right? It's the reach out, the conversations, be ready. Because how disappointed are your clients gonna be if you like reach out 2 days after the announcement and they're like, oh, everything's gone for the rest of the year. Disney is in demand. People have been at home. Spring breaks were canceled. Summer vacations were canceled. We have an entire list of people that are like, right, waiting, that didn't pull the trigger when we told them to pull the trigger. We have an entire list that's happy that they did, but some of those ones that fell in that June time frame, they're still waiting now, right? So think about it from that perspective. It is supply and demand. It is your job to get your clients on the books at Disney. So I want you to think about that. I'm just checking my notes. I have a lot of good stuff for you guys today. So maximizing growth. So I know we're talking about Disney today, and these are, you know, kind of my 1, 2, 3, just to kind of, you know, recap. I want you to maximize your growth. That is the goal of this whole process. So talking about, you know, with your clients, getting that marketing machine running right now, right? Reaching out to clients right now. Grow your list. You should have never stopped growing your list. Those of you that turned off marketing, we never turned our marketing off. We never reduced our budgets through this whole process, and our marketing dollars are going further than ever. So if you do things like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, things like that, they are super effective right now. If that seems overwhelming to you, or if you've tested a few and they didn't work, they're their own like entity. It's like learning a different language, really, right? So wherever you are in that journey, if you need support or help, just, you know, keep in mind you're either going to have to do a lot more research to get your ads to be effective, but I don't want you to turn marketing off. if you hear the word marketing machine, you're like, what the heck is Cyndi talking about? The marketing machine is what drives leads to your business and should always be operating, whether it's Disney, whether it's international, whether it's cruises, whether it's whatever the things are that you specialize in and that you want to sell. Having a marketing machine in place that delivers leads on demand, that's what I'm talking about when I talk about a marketing machine. It's not hobby level marketing where you throw a few social media posts out. It's really being thoughtful about how you put your marketing together. All good marketing is multifaceted, meaning you have different layers of marketing and it can get really in depth. I'm really good at 3 things, guys. I'm good at helping people see their potential. I am awesome at sales, and I am awesome at marketing because I'm a marketing nerd. So what we've learned over 25 years is what marketing works in our industry, how to run an online business, meaning you have to have online marketing that's happening. The equation for being successful in travel or any other business is if you have customers, you close the customers, you're profitable, you are growing, right? So those are things we help you with at Careers on Vacation. So just keep that in mind. And if these are things you struggle with, you want to get a marketing machine in place, you want to grow your list, you want to be awesome at sales, you want to know how to position and create offers that will convert, this thinking that I walked you through today, there's 50 other versions of it for different types of things based on what you sell. If you want to get yourself to the place where you're taking orders instead of chasing business, then think about applying for the Careers on Vacation Mastermind. You can go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. Or at a minimum, take our masterclass, which is totally free, and we're getting ready to retire it pretty soon. But while it's free, you can go to wanderlessceo.com/masterclass and start with those freebie tips. But if you're really serious and you really want to just get stuff done in the next few weeks, apply. We have a couple spots to get in for June, and then we're booking into July. So I promised you I'm going to check the questions here, and then I'm going to talk about these ears. So first of all, let me see if we have questions here. Nicole says, old school Disney, I wish I had a room reservation. Nicole, you knew better. I'm not giving you any. Nicole, guys, is in our COV mastermind. She just moved to our grad group. She runs an amazing agency and does a lot of Disney. So I'm not letting you off the hook. You should have had your reservation booked, but that's okay. We're gonna be there in July, and we'll be bringing you guys videos and live streams, and I have a lot of grads who are going to be there, and we're excited to watch their stuff too. Amy says, like a time machine. Yes, it's totally like a time machine. Like if you could go back in time and go to Disney, but have all these new attractions that we have right now, Slinky Dog, the new Mickey's Railroad, all the Star Wars stuff. I'm so excited to be able to just show up. And for the first time ever, like not having to build your itinerary. Like when we work with clients, we build their itinerary around their dining reservations, around the flow for fast passes. It's kind of like besides your dining reservation, you can just show up and go wherever you want in the park. It's really kind of liberating. So think about it from that perspective. It's so good. We have a couple other people sharing. So I don't have any questions in, oh wait, sorry, there's more. Let me click to see. Hello from Greece. Hey, Christine. Nicole says, I know. That's okay, we forgive you. And then Nicole says, I love old school Disney. So yeah, so mostly comments about Disney. So let me tell you guys, I posted something on the Careers on Vacation page, which is our support group for people who are thinking about getting into the industry and who are in the industry. I posted 4 ears, and I was like, which ones do you think I guys got? Do you guys think I got? And you guys all voted A, B, C, or D, and it was hilarious because I bought them all. You guys know how I am, right? Like I have the whole like wall of ears. So, but I want to show you. So this one, do you guys know which one this is? Post a comment and tell me if you know what these ears are, if you just think I'm crazy and have a bunch of feathers on my head. So I'll tell you if you're right here in a second, and then let me show you a close-up, right? These cuties, I have 2 cameras going. The next one, this is probably like my new favorite. You guys see? So these, of course, are from Toy Story, and it's Forky, and it even has the little Bonnie on here. How funny is that? Yes, I see your comments coming in. Kevin. Yes, it's Kevin from my favorite Disney movie, Up, is like my absolute favorite. My daughter's like, you don't need any more Up ears. And I'm like, you can never have enough Up ears. Speaking of which, How cute are these up ears, right? The wilderness must be explored. I'm showing both cameras if you're wondering what I'm doing. So how cute is this? It even has like the little like braids and beads. How cute are these? I love the lady who does these ears so much. Like the level of detail is just amazing. Okay, we have one more pair. Look at this cute one. This one's got a lot of stuff on it. How cute is that, right? So, yeah, I love these ears. And when COVID first happened, I have kind of like an ear lady that I work with on Etsy. Let me grab, I'm trying to find her card here. And I immediately was like, I don't know how this is gonna impact your business, but I'm gonna order 4 ears because I love you and I don't want you to, you know, I'm gonna do my part to support your business, right? So you guys can find these on Etsy, Ever After by Patty. So Ever After by Patty is her shop name. She's amazing. It will take you 6 weeks to get your ears because she does that detailed of a job. So make sure you check her out. And guys, I hope you enjoyed the live stream today. You know I could talk about Disney till the cows come home, but I just wanted to encourage you that I'm getting ready to take orders, right? We are at our agency. You should be, put these things in place. If you feel like you need some extra help, apply for the Careers on Vacation Mastermind. That's what Nicole did and several others that are following along to get your businesses where you want them to be, positioned the way they need to be positioned, and so you're making sales and recouping from this weird little downtime that we're having as stuff starts to reopen, and stuff is reopening all over the place. So we're super excited to be helping you through your journey. So I love you guys. I wish you so much love, so much abundance, and I will see you next week. I wish you the world. Bye, guys. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.